and thank you for joining us. I am Trish Lewis, the Program Director for Faces of Women Imprisoned. We are a Speakers Bureau platform that provides a training ground to empower women impacted by incarceration to tell their stories. We are honored that you joined us today in celebration of our 2022 Angel Faces cohort graduation. In this cohort, we collaborated with the Loam's Angel Food Project, directed by Kifa Bradway. For the past 6 months, our participants participated in a program that took a deep dive into mental, behavioral health, emotional intelligence, confidence building, digital literacy, financial literacy, wealth building, and public speaking. We learned holistic ways to heal from our physical and emotional traumas and activate our power to create a better future. It is our mission by the end of this program that participants walk away with a deeper sense of self and all the tools necessary to be their best selves in their personal and professional lives. An added benefit of being a part of this program is being in our forever family as you join the alumni program upon graduation. This opens up access to a profile on our Global Speakers Bureau platform where graduates can book paid speaking engagements, opportunities from all over the world. If this sounds like something that you would be interested in, log on to theloam.org. Congratulations to this amazing group of women who persevered to complete this program. Now, before we begin, I have to give a big thank you to all of you, our viewers, our supporters, sponsors, and partners. Foundation Chanel, Arnold Ventures, Third Point, Art of Justice Fund, Veterans of Virtue, and the National Football League. And a special thank you to Starling, Rabia, Serenity, Chris, Kipa, and Topeka for making all of this possible. Today, you'll be hearing from a vast background of women who have been incarcerated or impacted by incarceration and the legal system in many ways. These are their stories. Thank you for celebrating with us and enjoy.
Blessings all. I'm Dr. Topeka K. Sam, the founder and CEO of the Ladies of Hope Ministries. We have an epic vision to end poverty and incarceration of women and girls globally. Thank you so much for joining us today for the graduation of the Faces of Women Imprisoned Angel Faces cohort. This cohort is transformative, illuminating the experiences of women who are directly and indirectly affected by the criminal legal system. I want you to know that you are not alone, sisters, in your experiences with incarceration, PTSD, sexual trauma, homelessness, and reentry, even with family reunification. So often, those of us who are impacted by the criminal legal system are asked to discuss the most traumatic experiences in our lives without regard for the trauma that arises from it. And as a result of it, I wanted to create a speakers bureau and a sisterhood that is conducive to our unique need for healing. One that empowers women and girls with the tools that they need to become not only paid public speakers, but use their voice to bring truth to power that can transform the systems and policies that deeply affect women and girls, and for us to be able to use our lived experiences as experts to increase awareness in public policy, education, housing, and career opportunities. Ladies, I'd like to applaud you for your resilience and your bravery. I'm incredibly proud of all of you for doing the work because I know it is not easy. Your stories will influence the need for changing narratives and reforming public policy. I look forward to seeing how your advocacy changes perspectives in the justice reform space. I'd also like to give a huge thank you to Trish Lewis, the Faces of Women in Prison Program Director. Congratulations, sisters.
Greetings and congratulations to the 2022 Angel Faces graduating cohort. Let me say how honored I am to be a part of this celebration. And while this journey for you may have been challenging, I pray that you find encouragement knowing that this is just the first step in what God truly has for you. In fact, Romans 8:28 says that all things work together for those that he loves and that are called according to his purpose. And the fact that you are sitting right here in those seats, in your very seats, lets me know that God is not done with you. In fact, he is just beginning the work. In fact, in Romans, it also says that it's by these very challenges, it's by these very struggles that we know and can be confident that we are more than conquerors. And so I'm standing here and I'm sitting here excited to say the opening prayer for amazing women that are conquerors, that have conquered challenge after challenge that has come your way and is now saying, you know what, I'm ready to tell my story, to share the glory, and to help someone else. What more amazing testimony can you have? So let us pray. Lord, we just thank you today for each and every woman that is represented here. We thank you, Lord, for where they've been through, Father, and how you're going to use their story for your glory. How you will use their story and their the challenges that they've went through, Father, to empower on others. And I thank you, Lord, that in their time of need, Lord, that you would refresh them, that you would encourage them, Lord, and that this is not just merely the epitome of what they're going to do, but yet just the beginning. And we are excited to see where they go. So we just thank you that your love and your grace continues to cover them now and forevermore. In your mighty name we pray. Amen. Congratulations once again.
Okay, so I have to be honest. 6 months ago, when we started this Faces of Women Imprisoned program, I was uneasy. I was uncertain. I had anxiety coming into a brand new program with brand new ladies in a brand new setting during a pandemic. What? No, anybody would have anxiety over that. Anybody would be uneasy about that. But you ladies did not come to play. You came every week fully engaged, fully present, and fully ready to take advantage of all the resources that we had here for you. Now, in these 6 months, I'm not gonna lie again. I'm not gonna say it was all butterflies and all flowers and pretty. No, we had some rocky times. We've laughed, we've cried, we've done everything in between. We've grown together, and most importantly, we've shared with one another. We've shared ourselves, we shared our stories, we shared our trauma, we shared advice, and we grew a bond in only 6 months. 6 months went by in a flash. I feel like I could probably do another 6 months with you ladies because it was just that special. So today I'm going to give you a couple more assignments. These are the last ones, I promise. But today I want you to take a load off, take 5 or 10 minutes just for yourself. Just spoil yourself for just 5 minutes because today is your day. Today is a day to celebrate you and all that you've accomplished in the past 6 months. Not everybody can say that they've gone through this type of program with these rigorous workshops every week and come out on top. You ladies have done it. Today is your day. But tomorrow, that's when the work starts. That's when you need to put your boots on and step out, get a little dirty, and make sure that that 6 months that did not go to waste. You make sure that all the resources you've gotten here in the last 6 months, you're going to put to use. All the skills that you gained here, you're going to put to work. You're going to upload your resume. You're going to work on your stories. You're going to make money, right? In all the ways that I know that you can. Because I know that you can. I've seen you do it. And I know for sure that the future holds for all of you a great deal of love, so much love that your heart can't even handle it anymore. Support, so much support that you won't even know who to call first when you need something. And lastly, a whole lot of encouragement and confidence that all of you ladies have in you. And I know for sure that the future will bring all of that out and you'll become different people. So today, right now, I'm saying congratulations. And thank you so much for allowing me to carry on this journey with you ladies. It has been my absolute pleasure and my absolute privilege to walk alongside of you. So congratulations. and don't let the sky be your limit.
There was a knock at the door, and my son answered, and a known rapist was standing there with a gun in his hand, threatening to kill my son. Someone from inside the house ran upstairs and came down and put a gun in my son's hands, and shots were fired. Before I knew it, my son was on the front page of a local newspaper, handcuffed, feet shackled together, and at the age of 19, he was on his way to prison for 10 years. I was heartbroken. I was ashamed, embarrassed. I felt helpless. I was scared for my son's life. I fell into a deep, dark depression, and then I spiraled out of control. I abused alcohol. I hung out with toxic people, fake friends, people that use and abuse my trust. And then I had a turning point. I found God and everything changed. Hello, my name is Laureen Tracy Pays, and I'm an artist, a YouTuber, aspiring author, and teacher. I mentor women and children affected by trauma and depression. And I do this using a faith-based practice of prayer, yoga, and meditation, and a healthy lifestyle. It's a mind, body, and soul rejuvenation. Moving forward, I graduated from college and I earned my bachelor's degree in liberal arts from the College of New Rochelle. I majored in psychology and I graduated with honors. Today, the Faces of Women Imprisoned program, they really helped me. They gave me the tools I needed to rebuild my credit and start investing. They even have a 6-month free mentor program where you can work with a mentor to become an expert in your field or industry. And they paid me a generous stipend just to participate in class and learn. Who does that? I encourage you to donate to a women's and children's organization affected by trauma and incarceration. And volunteer to a community-based program like a local church, food pantry, or soup kitchen to give back and to help people in need. And visit my YouTube channel, Tracy Pays Wins. That's WINS, for positive affirmations, Bible scriptures, prayer, to strengthen and encourage you on your journey. Thank you so much for listening. Peace, love, and light.
Hi, my name is Eileen Rodriguez. I'm a resident here in New York City. Originally, I am from Brooklyn. I grew up in a violent and poor community. As a single mom, going to school and work, trying to make ends meet. I'm also a domestic violence survivor. My family are from Puerto Rico. In New York, my family suffered all forms of discrimination with a language barrier and no resources. During my teen years, I witnessed my older brother getting arrested, harassed by police, and of course, my mother's cries. Since then, I wanted to see a change, so I began advocating for others, helping the homeless and people in the community. I got involved in volunteering in my local community center, where I began helping other youth with recreational activities and building self-esteem. This experience led me to helping other youth and also continue to with my studies. So I enrolled in Business Institute for General Studies and Business Legal Secretary. I received my associates at Mandel College with a background in social services. Today I work for a nonprofit sector. I'm a 16-year-old veteran at Phipps Neighborhoods. I previously used to work in a social service division at Pips neighborhoods, assisting the homeless. And now today I am resident service specialist, providing holistic solutions, serving as an advocate, counseling clients to find educational pathways, housing security, and financial goal setting in connections with other organizations. I love the work that I do. It's my passion. I just like to see people motivated and smiling faces on every individual, which makes me feel good. I like to thank Ladies of Hope for giving me this opportunity to be here sharing my story and giving the courage and the strength to continue my goals and achievements. For all the beautiful ladies, bless you all and continue with your goals for success. Thank you.
Everyone says, I can't stand people. I too have been guilty of this, even caught myself doing it with children until I analyzed what made me feel this way and why am I having these feelings. So I started looking inwards towards myself, like doing some shadow work, soul searching kind of things. And little did I know I was exercising the first steps to healthy emotional intelligence practices. I welcome this development of character to grow to understand the emotions of myself and others, my ability to respond to other people appropriately with respect and their situations with compassion and understanding became priceless to me because I didn't experience it in my lifetime. Like, not too much people offer this level of emotional intelligence. So I feel much more empowered with this newfound superhero weapon. Like, I just really like that I can understand and relate to people. So my name is Desi Ann Warwick Lewis, and I am the mother of twin boys. I truly believe that I developed this emotional intelligence concept after having them, and it enhanced my ability to do it. Like, luckily, like, I don't know if anyone ever raised twins or like children of close ages. However, the emotional kaleidoscope of emotion, like, it's just so crazy. You'll have so much emotion, so much attitude. So I feel like when you encourage your kids and yourself to harness and together and understand each other's emotions and respond to it appropriately and respectfully, it really makes a better world for everyone. Why is this taught at schools is the biggest question in my head. Because I feel like once it's taught at schools, like, there's even a little book that's called Have You Filled Your Bucket Today? And it's the concept of the book is where it teaches you not to be a bucket dipper. Basically, your emotions is the bucket, and you're not dipping into other people's emotions by being negative or condescending or judgmental. And you're not taking out from other people's buckets by, offering these type of negativity, I should say. Also, you take away from yourself because it takes energy and a lot of time to like hurt someone else's feelings. Like, if you think about it, you have like a close friend and you guys were really close, but then you see this person, this actually happened to me. And you have to remind yourself like, oh, we're not friends anymore. So you have to get in that phase of negativity to be like, okay, I'm not speaking to her. She's not speaking to me. And we're like at a social setting party. So it's really like taking a toll on your emotion at that time. I want to urge everyone to like practice it, discover it, explore it, Google it, YouTube it. There's so many videos and ways you can understand and practice emotional intelligence. It is amazing when you find it. It's peaceful, it's happy. I am currently a part of the Faces of Women Imprisoned program, which gives us the confidence to speak publicly. And it's amazing because now I can accept, and with the emotional intelligence I've harnessed, accept and understand that speaking about my arrest is not as taboo or as hard as I make it seem. Well, publicly, I'm still working on that part. However, it's just a work in progress. So now that I have emotional intelligence, and I'm crossing the barrier to public speaking. It's a hurdle, a journey, and I like it. I've learned to embrace it. I encourage it. I want to commend the team for an amazing job they're doing or they have done, and good luck to the next cohort. Like, I really hope a lot of people can get on board with this. What I plan to do next, so I'm currently in school for my bachelor's in health sciences. So I can only imagine I'll have to encounter so many characters and personalities that emotional intelligence and public speaking are just going to be the ABC to my daily routine, because patients can be emotional, employers can be trying, and I feel like being able to publicly speak, whether it's just in a room with 3 people or 100 people, it's going to make everything like just neatly go together. So thank you for your time and have a great evening.
My name is Idelisa Sanchez. I am a proud Latina from the Boogie Down Bronx. My grandmother raised me from birth because I came out with drugs in my system. My mom was an addict. Don't get it twisted. My mother was always a part of my life, regardless of her situation. I didn't have the perfect childhood like everybody else. I done seen my mom's cook up drugs in her kitchen. I done seen my mom's use drugs, shoot up drugs. I done seen it all. My dad was always in and out of jail, so I barely knew him. I never had a relationship with him. Certain family members used to tell me that I wouldn't be anything in life because of the parents I had and because of my skin tone. I lost my brother when I was 7 years old from gun violence and drugs. My brother would have still been here if his brother never left him to die like he was an animal. That gave me trust issues. I started looking at everybody weird, funny. Through all my trauma and all my problems, I managed to raise 3 beautiful kids. I never had the support that I really needed from family or friends, but I still did it on my own. It's been plenty of times that I wanted to give up because I felt it alone, I felt it helpless, useless. But dealing with this program and working with this program, it definitely gave me the opportunity to get my self-esteem back and help hope again. My kids is the strength that I really needed. It been basically the moral of the story is if you feel like your life is hard and you don't want to live, just know that we here for a reason. We're on this earth for a reason. Just keep praying to God, take it day by day. Honestly, because that's what I do. I pray to God, I take it day by day. I fight demons all day. So just take it day by day.
Good afternoon. My name is Abdia Kimtori, and I'm a resident of Bronx, New York, but currently residing in New York Mills, New York, attending school. I'm originally from Ghana, and in Ghana, we don't have that many opportunities when it comes to education. And so when I got the opportunity to come to the United States, I was excited because my goal has always been to become a medical doctor. However, when I came, I got pregnant with my daughter. And so I had to put my goal on hold and try to fend for my family because my child's father was not active in our lives. So when I started working, I got my first job as a housekeeper. And during this time, I observed healthcare workers and how they saved lives. And I believed I could do that. And that motivated me to go back to school. So I started taking courses in a community college at night, on the weekends, whilst I was working. One day I received a call that my child's father had been arrested and was in jail, but he had nobody because his friends and family had deserted him. So I decided to step up because I'm a person of faith and I'm a person of forgiveness. So I stepped up, and I still am. I'm still the person that supports him in his current situation, even though I'm still in school and taking care of my family. And I heard of this organization, LOHM, through the director of resident services at my building. When I went to her looking for a job, she told me about this opportunity. And then I said, of course, I need a family. I need people to support to find support from. So through her, I joined LOHM, and I learned so much during this time, and I'm still learning. I've met people that have stories that are very similar to mine, and they give me strength to keep on going on. And we've had workshops that has ranged from financial literacy to empowerment. And this is very motivational. It's kept me on track, keeping track of my financials and being able to balance everything in my life. So I'm grateful for the opportunity to be here. And I also want to tell everyone that it's never too late to learn, and it's never too late to reach your goals. And we can all do it just by staying on track towards our goals.
I always hated phone calls after midnight. You know, my granny always said the only thing that was open that late were legs in the ER. And if I'm sleeping, my legs are closed. What else could a phone call be about this late? It was 12:10 a.m. the first time when I got a call that my cousin had been shot to death. That was in 2010. It was 12:03 a.m. when my second cousin had been hit by a car and ran over multiple times. That was in 2021. And this last time, which I hope and pray is the last time I have to experience another midnight traumatic call, was at 12:15 a.m. when my other cousin was shot to death in the same year. And this one hit hard because not only did he help me plan the last funeral, but with technology being so advanced, I saw the murder from the neighbor's ring camera. Imagine having the honor, and I say honor because these days social media and people don't give you the opportunity to grieve in peace. So imagine replaying someone you love murder over and over and over again because you wish you were there. You wish you were there to protect them. You wish it was you instead of them. You wish you could, I don't know, save them. Even when you knew at that moment, if you were there, there would have been nothing, and I mean absolutely nothing you could do to stop it. And I know this may not be as important to some because we are just some Black people from the hood, just another statistic to the majority of the world. And when you think about it, where I come from fits in every stereotypical category that you can name. I am from what they call the ghetto. I'm from where gangs can control your fate and leave you in jail, dead, on drugs, or with nothing. I went to schools that were considered to be incompetent to others. Sometimes I went to sleep hearing gunshots. And the part that sucks the most is you can literally die for the color of your shoestrings or the initials on your hat. And I know that because it's personal to me. I've seen it. I lived it. These were the cards that were dealt. This is what forces us to normalize trauma because we have to. Most of us spend our life in survival mode and we don't even know it. I had to normalize losing people I love so dearly to the streets, whether it was a robbery, a murder, accident, gangs. The fact still remains that they will never come back. My name is Linda Anderson. I am a teacher and spoken word artist who strive to uplift, inspire, empower, and bring women and children of color together to heal, express, and reflect on their experiences by sharing personal experiences. I was born and raised in Compton, California by my mom and grandmother alongside 8 boys. 3 are now deceased, 2 are incarcerated, 1 who was sentenced to life as a kid. 1 is gone mentally due to drugs, and 2 are out here surviving their environment. And Lord knows, I pray there are angels protecting them every day. Each boy meant more than anything to me. And I use this term cousin loosely because we were cousins by blood, but we were siblings by relation and upbringing. We lived together. We took care of each other. We dined together. We fought together. But most importantly, we all need each other in some way or form. So when you lose so many pieces of you to the streets or the system, how does time allow you to heal? And to be honest, I don't have the answers. I just know that I'm learning and I'm growing each day. It's not easy. And I hope and I pray that my grief and pain can save someone from depression or anger or just triggering you from your trauma. And although some situations are inevitable, I want to challenge you to keep going no matter what. Choose life choose life when others can't choose it for themselves. Love on each other. I used to go through each day masking the pain that I suffer from the L's I took. But I know that happiness is a choice. And if there's going to be a tomorrow, I am going to always choose to be happy. I am a product of my environment, but I am not a slave to it. So I challenge you to look in the mirror and choose life, choose happiness, feel every emotion that you can and deal with it. Don't let anger overtake you. Walk away from what doesn't better you because people are waking up every day happy that they get to live life with you. Thank you for listening.
My name is Leonora Friday. I am from West Africa, Sierra Leone. I grew up with my dad and my great-grandmother. My mother was not always home because of work. And when she was home, she rarely gave my brother and I any affection, which caused a strain in our relationship. I credited my great-grandmother as the reason I become the strong and resilient woman I am today. When my brother and I migrated to the US to start high school, it was a huge cultural shock for us. This was my first experience with bullying, which led me to feeling like I was an outcast. I even got into a fight where I picked up a chair and hit a boy. That was definitely not something my great-grandmother taught me or would approve of me doing. But that experience and encouragement from my guidance counselor to push forward led me to make a decision to focus on my education and make something out of myself. So I was proud to graduate with my high school diploma and even went on to receiving an associate degree in applied science and human services. After a co-worker shared her story of incarceration with me, I was shocked that she confided in me with this part of her life. The advice to her was that if she wants a different life for herself, she must change her current way of life, such as her environment and her friends. Her story and life leads me to believe that as people, especially minority, we can change the negative narrative caused by discrimination, racism, and unfair criminal justice and make it work in our best interest. I was so glad I was introduced to the LOAMS program because it has helped me realize my goal to uplift and motivate my community by introducing programs and services to people that may not know they exist. I thank and appreciate Ms. Carter for bringing this program to me. I love her tireless passion to aid people in need. The sisterhood that has been formed here like no other. I have found my voice and I'm so excited to see what the future holds for me and my two beautiful children I raised with more love and opportunity than I ever had. So with that said, don't be afraid to invest in yourself. Love yourself unconditionally. The sky is the ultimate limit for you. So don't forget to fly like a butterfly. Thank you so much for supporting me in this journey. I hope to always be a role model to my children, my family, my community, and an example of how your life can change for the better by just being true to yourself, being authentic and real with yourself. Thank you so much for this opportunity. God bless.
my name is Frances Garcia Newsom. I'm a 70-year-old Hispanic female of Puerto Rican heritage. I've got 6 children. I got 10 grandchildren and 1 great-grandchild. I have a bachelor's degree in therapeutic recreation from CUNY Lehman College. I am a published poet, a quilter, and have been a motivational speaker in the past to a college and adult degree class, adult daycare centers, and senior centers. My story begins at age 9 when my grandmother, who raised me, relocated to the United States to provide me with a better education. I came to New York, non-English speaking, a hick basically, and received a lot of wake-up calls. First one, when I was registered into public education. During recess, this is the one incident that stands out. During recess one day, my sister and my cousins were laughing hilariously, and I'm laughing with them thinking that is a big joke, not knowing what they were laughing about. And during recess, the teacher that was in charge, Miss Smith, who was from Argentina, looked at me and she says, "Frances, do you know what they're saying?" I said, "No, that's my sister, that's my cousins." She says, "They're making fun of you. They're calling you a hick. They're calling you fat. They're calling you ugly. They're calling you stupid, simply because I have been placed in a SP class." Again, because I didn't know English. I was so hurt I broke down. She said, "Do you want to learn English?" I said, "Yes, I do." And that became my mission in life. Instead of going out to play, we would go to the auditorium every day. We would, she would teach me and drill me and give me homework assignments and stuff. And she taught me one thing that I never forget. She said, if you practice it, no matter how it sounds, speak it, practice it, and you will learn it. In 3 months' time, I learned it. Not good. Okay, it was broken English, but I was able to understand. I got skipped to my right grade. She, in turn, made sure that everything else followed suit. Fast forward, I graduated from high school, 8th in a class of 283. I had a lot of the awards, and I mean, everything was going my way. I got accepted into Boston U. Full scholarship, but as life would have it, I fell in love. And instead of going out of state, I stood in state. I went to City College, where I started college. I was the first one to graduate from high school. I was the first one to graduate from college, even though it took me 20 years, because I got married at 20. I had children, and from full-time, I had to go to part-time status. And then eventually I had to make a choice because I had to work. I became a single parent, of course, and life became hard. But you know what? I was not going to let any challenge stand in front of me. Watching the women in my family have no voice. And when I was growing up, I saw everybody with welfare, working in a factory, just having no dreams. I looked around one day and I said, this is not my life. This is not my life. I'm going to make sure, whether I'm a single parent or not, that I'm going to succeed, which I did. Learning English, always, pushing forth, made me get a lot of opportunities. It opened up a lot of doors, job-wise. I was in very different situations in terms of jobs where bosses would come to me for recommendations for how do you write this? How would you say this? Listen, attend that meeting for me. So it made me feel proud that I was able to excel. I was able to compete in a world that basically is a man's world, because like my grandmother said, this land of opportunities would give you everything. But what it doesn't give you as a woman is a voice. And that's what we need. I've learned since then in the different jobs I've had. I've been a case manager. I've been a mentor. I've been a guidance counselor. I've done a lot of different things. And in every situation, I've made sure that the females that I've come across, especially those that are non-English speaking, get a voice, get strong, get resources by which they can learn English. And I've made sure myself and my children, have had good quality education, never stop learning. Out of my 6 kids, I have 3 that have degrees. My granddaughter has a degree. And this is how we need to forward in life. Women have to be empowered. Women have a voice. Whether you know English or not, learn it. It's not hard. Move forward. It's not hard. Strive for better opportunities. It's not hard. And in retrospect, having come in touch with, having come aware of the ladies of Hope Ministries has also empowered me, because I met women that have had challenges, but they're strong. And I appreciate all my sisters. I hope that others get the same opportunity. And I hope that everybody going through this program, gets empowered and picks up their spirit and find that voice of a woman of strength, of empowerment, and continue on.
Hi, my name is Tamu Walker. I live in Louisville, Kentucky. I'm originally from Hot Springs, Arkansas. I moved up here to Kentucky after my incarceration to humble myself and get away from the bad and negative stigma from where I was originally from. I was incarcerated from 2001 to 2005. Again, incarcerated in 2006 to 2007. This is all federal time. And then from 2009 to 2017. The legal system really impacted me with my family. A lot to do with myself as an individual. It takes a lot out of you. Being that your self-esteem is at a certain level, and then you're incarcerated, and then you have to be put on a different level, and the guards and stuff, they tend to like step on you to make your self-esteem go down. So my self-esteem in itself went down, so that made me go down. But I had to overcome it when I got out. I just put my hustle mentality into hustling jobs. I mean, because this is basically the same kind of steps that you do. I mean, you go to work, you hustle the hours, you get a check at the end of the week, at the end of the 2 weeks. But yeah, it impacted me very deeply. But I had to overcome it and put all my eggs in one basket to learn how to trust people and learn how to trust my family again from doing time. I had to change my mindset, my criminal mindset, as far as like wanting to make that fast money and wanted to do stuff the easy way, take a shortcut out instead of doing it the hard way and reaping from my benefits. So I had to, just buckle down and, I had my son there that helped me throughout my whole little time that I've been out. And without him, I don't really know where I'd be at. He's 27 and I'm 47. So, we're like 20 years apart. So it's like we grew up like we're best friends. So he's helped me throughout this whole time to overcome, where I've been. And then being in, Faces of Women Imprisoned, they've helped me learn how to bond and learn how to trust people for face value without even getting to know them. And I plan to bring, bring change and bring awareness by, just informing people, and giving them a better view of who we are and who we're not. Because it's a very bad stigma on inmates and formerly incarcerated people. They just want to change the stigma and rebrand us as a people. Thank you.
I elevate my community and advocate for the voiceless. You know what they say. is not how you start, it's how you finish. And my story starts in 1992 when I was 16 in high school, living in the Bronx and a new mother. According to some of my family and even society, I was well on my way to becoming a statistic, a welfare recipient, a high school dropout, a criminal, a drug user, and an all around bad person that wouldn't amount to anything. It was pretty harsh to know that so many people felt those things about me, especially when I was just trying to figure out life. Despite the uncertainty, I continued to push myself. Took my son to daycare. I went to school every day. Trust me, it is not easy. And because I lived in one of the most dangerous public housing developments in New York City, I attended high school far away from my neighborhood. It was there at Walton High School that I joined a program for teen mothers and met other young mothers like me. The messages I began to hear from the social workers were education is the way out of any adverse situation. And hey, next thing you know, I was a high school graduate and I continued to push and enrolled in college, got my bachelor's degree, and then embarked on a career in social services and became a case manager for the Department of Homeless Services. I had no idea this would become a career. All I knew is I was on my way to something more than a statistic. So I worked hard and decided to go back to school and earn my master's in public administration. I am currently a mother of three wonderful sons. And a Gigi, I am a director of a well-known organization in the South Bronx where I coach and develop staff along with serve individuals of minority communities and connect them to resources through partnerships with city, state, and local community-based organizations. My name is Nicole Carter, and my word to everyone listening is that the journey may start off rocky and uncertain, but whatever you do, don't ever forget, as long as you keep your eyes on the prize, give the glory to God for guidance, you will see doors open to places you never thought you belonged. So thank you to the Ladies of Hope Ministry, giving me the confidence and resources I needed to realize now after 2 long, dedicated decades in the field of working for others that my destiny is to start my own nonprofit so communities of color everywhere will now have the guidance to continue to push and strive for higher heights. Thank you so much for listening to my story and never ever give up on your dreams.
I've done 10 years in prison out of a 12-year sentence. However, while in prison, I acquired my GED as well as an associate's degree in liberal arts. What I have learned from my time incarcerated is that all things that we do or take part in is real life and not according to what we want or wish it to be. I am a mother, a sister, a wife, and the best friend I wish I had. Friendship. True and genuine friendship is hard to come by. I thought being available to a friend's need was important, but I didn't expect at the expense of neglecting my own needs or the needs of my child. My friend asked me for a favor, which was to let her friend stay at my home. I did that, and the end result was me getting a 12-year sentence and doing 10 years in prison for first-degree manslaughter. While fighting for my freedom, neither my friend or her friend came to court in my defense, which begs the question, what is a friend? Friends don't let you take the weight for something you didn't do. Real friends support you and stand by you no matter what. I am that friend. Family is often the real victim when you're incarcerated. At the time of my incarceration, my daughter was 3 years old. By the time of my release, she was 13. She was able to understand everything fully. She said to me, "You left me because you wanted to." Although that was not the case, I had to respect her feelings and take time out to explain in depth of what happened. Once I explained everything to her, I said to myself that she was right, because I could have said no to my friend and been there for her journey in becoming a young lady. My sisters cried and blamed themselves for my downfall. My parents were not shocked, but they were very disappointed in me. And although my grandma, who raised me and had already passed away, I thought constantly and furiously of how sad and disappointed she must be in me. So I decided that I was not going to let being in prison break me, and that gave me the drive I needed to get my associate's degree. I say that we as people don't live in real life, especially when we are teens, because we don't see the significance of becoming an adult. We were never taught life-sustaining skills like savings, finance, or credit. I did not understand the concept of saving money until I was in prison and had nothing to support myself. I was stripping at the age of 18 to support myself. But in hindsight, I could have saved more and better prepared for the future. I did not understand the concept of saving money until I was in that prison and had nothing to support myself. College allowed me to study and find out about a world outside my scope. How women outside of this country are abused and treated harshly for even thinking about going to school. College showed me how misled and uninformed we can be. Within these last 6 months, the FOWI program has helped me to see my vision a lot clearer. It taught me that a mistake could become a savior. With that being said, a mistake cannot measure your success. You do. I believe that the best way to stop the epidemic of incarceration is to inform our youth of real life adversity and better prepare them for it. That's why I turned to the Ladies of Hope Ministry so that I can achieve the ultimate goal of preparing our youth by becoming a public speaker and mentor. Because as the old saying goes, each one teach one. Thank you for your time and congratulations to my fellow graduates.
My past does not define me. My whole life I've been surviving. I am constantly judged by the drafts individuals see, assume, and hear. In the past, I was in darkness, always stopped, searched, and arrested by authorities. Now I am strolling into lightness. I am enhancing myself into the best version of myself that I can be. In this world, you don't become what you want. You become what you have to in order to survive. I am a 21-year-old mixed-race young woman who is on her pathway to becoming a social worker with an associate's degree in human services. I am pursuing a bachelor's degree in human services and community justice. The FOWI program can be considered a second family. We support, listen, help, understand, and work together to become the best versions of ourselves that we can be. With the support from the FOWI's program, it makes our journeys much easier. It takes a load off our shoulders and directs us in the right direction we need in order to achieve our goals. I just want to say congratulations to my peers and myself. Yeah, I see that. And thank you for listening to my story.
Let me start off by saying that no one ever prepares a single parent for the life of having your significant other or parent being incarcerated in federal prison. It is very embarrassing, sad from my standpoint, but as a loved one, you try to be very supportive. The amount of shame that a single parent feels when walking through those prison doors and hearing the continuous sound of those locking gates will give any human being a feeling of uneasiness and anxiety. Emotionally, it takes a toll on your soul. You can be the strongest giant and come out feeling a different person, being talked to any kind of way, and sometimes being treated as if you are the inmate. Not to mention having a little toddler that you have to carry on visitation floors throughout this whole ordeal, having to endure metal detectors, random searches. Don't forget to not wear a wire undergarment. When finances come into play, which is very crucial, from having 2 family income to just 1, it is very stressful. Everything falls on you alone. Rent, tuition, car notes, all of the list, it goes on and on. This is real life. I would like to express my sincere gratitude for my family, my loved ones that have held me along the way and supported me and encouraged me to help through this journey and making me a better person, but most importantly, making me a striving mother. If you are listening to this message, it is from the informative resources of the Ladies of Hope Ministry that have held my hand, my church family, my God, and my daughter, who is my heart and encouragement and mentoring help that never let me quit. I thank you for lending me your ear and giving me your heart. Thank you.